Well done. Do you need a seat?
No, I can sit next to you, of course.
Cool.
Don't mind.
Oh, you see that before?
Oh, do you want to sit here?
Oh, that'll go.
I was wondering, where's Matthew go? I'll sit there. Let me pop in after you. There we are. Oh no, it's not my parasocial driver.
Oh well.
Oh well. Man, I can't believe I'm on the last 118. That's so sad.
I know, isn't it?
Crazy.
It's actually devastating, especially if you live in Pollard Hill. I know you get the 45, but it's not the same.
45?
Yeah.
You will be able to.
45 where? In Pollard Hill? You mean 152, I think.
No, 45.
Oh, sorry, 45, sorry, yeah.
Goes around the back of Pollard Hill, doesn't it? Like Rowan Road.
But, yeah.
It's essentially replacing the 118.
Yeah, it's identical, isn't it?
Yeah.
The only real difference is that there's no bus from Cold Harbour Lane to Clapham Park and from
118 never went to Clapham Park.
45 did that. 45 is being cut out of Clapham Park and it's being taken out.
So you've only got the 57 through Clapham Park?
59 going down there now.
59, yeah.
Oh my god.
They've swapped to 59, so instead of the 59 going to the garage at Telford Avenue and turn right into Atkins, down to Atkins Road.
It's every time you do this, it's all reshuffling.
Yeah, really.
So they do hide it, but it's actually
Very
quite a substantial decrease in the
The
number
last
of buses.
45, I was the only
We know
one.
that the closest one you see are the thing about 13 and 205. That's obviously the one that's going to hit UCL the hardest. But
Okay, so 205 is getting reshuffled.
so 205 is going to go to Marble Arch.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like
It's not doing that anymore.
205 going having
205?
Yeah, 205 and 30 reshuffling. So they held a consultation. They haven't confirmed it's happening, but it.
Usually
I think it will happen.
Yeah, because these things TFL does a
consulting us on
consultation
fuck all.
and they don't really listen.
You say that though, right?
Do they
It's
ever
interesting
listen?
because there's been quite a few consultations more than recent times
Yeah.
where there has been stuff dropped. You think they were going to do the SL5 and the SL7 being cut?
Yes.
That got quietly dropped.
I remember the N518.
Has
That
that
one
been
got
dropped?
dropped.
For now.
Yeah.
I think it's been parked in the corner until there's no elections happening.
That
the honest truth.
was why the
As long as it's okay, anyway.
But I think it's.
You want to take it from the aisle?
Put down from,
Yes,
I don't think it will happen.
There you go. No,
It does happen
you're fine,
in a couple of years' time.
I was wondering whether you want
What
to
did
take
they
it
go
at
to
all.
with the SL5?
Okay.
That's the
They want them to extend it across the Sutton.
No. But they're getting double deck electric buses.
They are.
So-
Trees have been sorted out on a.
But have you seen the usual, like have you seen when I went to
Finally,
347?
yeah.
Well, have you the one with Amanda went to? Yeah, that was an Enviro 200.
Yeah.
And it was
That
literally
was rammed to
sardine
the
packed.
brim.
Yeah, I think there were like 80 people
Oh,
on board.
bloody hell.
Like,
I swear that bus only has
Really, as
capacity
many as
60.
80.
I think because it definitely exceeded the legal limit. I think
I
because
thought it was more like 50 odd, but I didn't realise it was 80.
no,
I know
because
it was busy.
when they calculated the bus capacity,
It's over capacity.
yes, because I think like everyone just squeezed up like sardines.
Yeah, pretty much.
It looked awful.
But when they calculate the capacity, they don't assume everyone's going to be squeezed down like sardines. So there's definitely more
No,
people
they
standing.
do it off weight.
I think when they do standing room for those like single decker buses, they say like 40, 50, and I'm thinking,
It's done on weight.
yeah.
Because on weight you probably could fit like that, but you need like tiny people like that.
But it does remind me of Hong Kong, because in Hong Kong every rush hour I used to often stand next to the bus driver. Because people would stand up right next to the front door, and the front door would struggle to close, but the bus driver would try and mash the button, and then the doors would close, and then you would just lean against the front door.
And people think London's bad.
And people think London's bad. I think London. When I first came to London, I thought, why are the buses so empty?
Have you tried the Northern Line in rush hour?
Okay, and I thought, when I originally came, I thought that was average. I thought, okay, fine, that's at least not as bad as bus park and MCR.
It's what people don't realise is that you go elsewhere and it's like London's quiet.
But now I've lived in London for many years. I'm starting to adjust myself, and I find situations where I wouldn't have thought it was crowded. Now I think it's crowded. It's just relative, I guess.
I see.
So somebody once said that the underground in London was the most efficient and crowded anywhere except Japan. And he said we wouldn't put up with that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I feel like some lines do get insanely crowded around rush hour.
But not overall. I think for example, Cairo is more crowded, right?
Exactly. Yeah. I think a lot of the subsurface lines don't get too bad.
No, it's the tubes that are...
Yeah. The proper tubes are carnage.
Anyways, I was wondering if the society organized an event going to last buses, that risk assessment would have been very insane.
Say that again, sorry?
If the society organized an event to go to one of these events, events quotation marks,
Indeed.
that the risk assessment would be insane. Because how would you tell people to go back, right? Or
to be fair, I think a lot of the time when it comes to risk assessments, a lot of it's common sense. So, for example, do you remember the Northern Heights?
Yeah, right.
A lot of that was try not to trip and die.
Okay. What about the HS2? What about the HS2 site visit? That's
I haven't seen a risk assessment for that.
but Barney
It's
is
alright,
gonna
3
ask
minutes.
Barney. Yeah.
That's what Barney said. He said
3 minutes.
3 minutes. I didn't even get a ticket.
Okay.
I blinked and it was gone. I presume you got a ticket.
Well,
Yeah.
don't tell anyone, but because I also talked to Barney about YouTube stuff, and I got permission to film. Well, yeah, I will film. Well, I mean, to be honest, HS2 doesn't want people to film, even though I'm a very, very, very small time YouTuber. I don't even make money
I
from
doubt
this.
it. You're quite popular.
I think HS2 wants to get any publicity they can, so I'll be filming there.
Indeed, they've had nothing but bad publicity so far.
It's an understatement in there.
What were you
Put it
saying
mildly.
about the Northern Heights?
Oh, Matthew, what would you say about Sam's questions?
Oh, sorry, was it?
Oh, no, you go first.
I said, what were you saying about the Northern Heights?
Oh, go ahead.
We were, I'm events officer for 2 Firsoc, and
At UCL, by the way, so we are at UCL.
Right, okay.
So my presumption for the risk assessment was that a lot of it is common sense. So when Matthew was cracking a joke about, I can imagine the risk assessment for this is bad, it's like, no, just try not to die. Pretty much.
Because I messaged the group chat for the 347 bus, and it's like, what if we invited everyone who decides to get on that bus?
I don't think the bus would have gone anywhere.
So what was the other question?
What was the other question? This is
What did you actually do on the Northern Heights? That's the question.
Oh, it was just a walk.
I walked along the old, round by Highgate.
Yeah, so you know the parking lot. We just walked along that.
I did that about 7 or 8 years ago. It's a
Down
good
to
walk.
To the subsurface.
Wait, how old are you?
Not quite, just
you're a
parking lot
baby.
itself.
Yeah.
It's like a guided tour. For
Yeah, I
new
did it a while
students.
back.
First year students
I see.
want to know more about London. So it's more,
remember the question.
quite fun, but yeah.
This is very helpful.
What was the
So I
other
have
question?
stood on
That's the question, I don't
on
remember.
the station.
Yeah.
I don't remember what I was going to ask you, it's getting on my nerves.
Okay.
It was something to do with the 347. Was it?
347 was
God rest his soul.
God rest his soul. God rest the 118 in a minute.
I mean, yeah.
Oh no, this is my stop. Oh, bloody hell.
Well, I mean, if the
Well,
stops are, the next
not
one's
anymore.
very close.
You can take
Oh, look at that.
take
What a
another-
check.
Oh,
he's-
bless her.
he's-
Alright,
see
see
you
you,
soon.
Matthew.
See ya.
See ya.
See you soon, goodbye.
Bye, now, Matthew.
Bye.
Take care, yeah?
Take care.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. If you look downstairs, there's a lot of people downstairs as well, you know. But at least it's our own corner, so we can decide amongst each other.
a little den.
Sorry?
A little den.
Yeah, I guess. At least this is not like the last 7 or 5 and 9. Because if you see no's, they'll scream like hell.
Oh, that was insane. The 347. I was at the front filming. I was like, I had this thing that just grabbed onto the handrail. It's this anchor. Yeah.
But it must be bad for you, unfortunately. So I feel sorry for you. But today's at 1:08. It's quarter to 2 in the morning.
Well, I was like, where's everyone? I was
But it's
wondering.
bizarre, isn't it? 347.
I was wondering where's
Nobody
everyone,
gets
and then because it's midnight. That's why people come here.
Valentine's Day or whatever.
Because it's many kids who go after these things, but as it's quarter to 2 in the morning, I don't think
I don't think so. Is it
Place
because the
before.
kids, the parents wouldn't allow them to come
346
out?
runs along the section between Upminster and.
For some reason, like, I'm
Bowerwood
25. I still sometimes think of myself as a kid. It's like, oh no, I'm not a kid. I'm an adult. I can do whatever I want.
definitely. And I'm 18.
Yeah.
And I had to risk a lot to get on this bus, you know, because it's special. It's a special occasion for this route. It's the end of the line after nearly 9 decades.
I've never been on a last trip of a route actually. I think this is the first one I've ever done.
Oh wow!
Same as
Well,
well.
see, until fairly recently, it was very rare for a route to actually be withdrawn in London.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Yeah.
Until quite recently, it was very rare for routes to actually get outright withdrawn in London.
I think the trend is gonna just accelerate, perhaps.
Well, yes.
You think until sort of, I don't know, 2016, 2017?
I got bad news. Now people are screaming down here. You know.
Go upstairs. I mean,
It's
up
like-
until then, you had hardly any routes withdrawn. You think it really started kicking off with 2016, 17 onwards.
It just got mad, hasn't it?
Well, it's
Yeah, I mean, sections of routes I was thinking of.
yeah.
But mostly in central London, right? It seems like I always wonder at what point do we just have people skeleton network in central London? They can't cut anything more in central London.
Oh, there'll be
They'll
more
try
to come.
to cut even more.
But I don't think people realise how much usage is fallen by in central London. If you look at it on a graph, it's quite horrifying.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
It isn't far off half in a lot of cases.
Wow.
It's really quite horrifying. But it all started when Boris dug up Elephant and Castle and Aldgate and Blackfriars Road and all of that to put in the cycle lanes.
Of course.
And there was chaos for 2 years building it. And every route was running on widened headways, so there was 6-minute routes were running every 8 minutes and so on. All it does is just downward spiral.
So you blame these cycleways then?
I think they've had a big impact, yeah, in a lot of cases.
It's a shame, isn't it? But
Because the problem is what they've done in sections like Blackfriars Road, they've taken out bus lanes.
yes, that's correct.
So you used to have the 63s that would plough up and down Blackfriars Road, and they've been replaced. You know, the 63 used to run every 5 minutes
Wow.
at peak times, and now I think it runs every 7 minutes or whatever. All it
I think
does.
it's still 6 minutes or something, but
But having said that, that's not particularly busy until you get past.
It's that Peckham to Elephant bit on 63, for example, is really busy.
Oh, sorry, I was thinking of Blackfriars. Yeah.
The Blackfriars Road, yeah.
Yeah.
You only have to look at routes like the 12. You think the 12, when it went to double decks after it was bendy buses,
Yeah.
I ran every 4 to 5 minutes
Yeah.
off peak. What does it run now? The whole day, every 12 minutes, which is like when you look at it, it's like a, nearly 2/3 drop.
Yeah.
for a peak of every 6 minutes on the wheel, like
Yeah.
back in the day.
Massive cuts. When you look at it that way,
Yeah.
It's shocking, isn't it?
you know,
And the night bus network as well.
yeah. N9 running every half an hour.
Sorry?
The N9 now runs every half an hour, doesn't it? Which is mad. When you can
When did that happen though? When I tried it a while ago, it was already half an hour before
yeah, it was
the pandemic.
after COVID, I think it was.
Oh, perhaps
It
maybe
went-
that's maybe sometime during the
And I
pandemic.
think all of the Friday night buses have got it today.
Yeah, I think they're every half an hour, even on a Friday.
Wow.
No, I meant there were a number of routes. 154 was one.
Oh, the night tube ones.
Yes.
Yeah, they've gone mostly. The only ones that have been retained or resurrected, I should say, actually, because they all got cut during COVID. The 158, the 123, and the 486, which all run 7 days a week.
Right.
But those are
Yes, yeah, but that's the point.
Everything else has
There
been-
are no Friday nights.
Yeah. Everything else has been cut.
Yeah.
Surprised how quickly we've got down here so far, actually.
Yeah. We can call that bus again.
Yeah. I was just in front of us, wasn't it?
Literally, yes.
Yeah.
Hang on, isn't that the last one for today?
I believe so, yeah. Last day 133, yeah.
Yeah, just to confirm. And now we're chasing down now we're on the last one for the day, which of the day, versus
Yeah.
the last one later of the day, and forever. Let's see how it goes.
The thing is, I was looking at this, obviously we're running a bit late, aren't we?
We are very, very
The running times on this are absolutely ridiculous.
But it's just a naive question because I don't come down to South London that often,
Yeah.
so I haven't actually really used one of the days. So when I came here in the afternoon to just try it out for the last time,
Yeah.
I was like, why is this always late? Because it seems like every bus was late.
I wasn't late last week because I caught the last one last week. And I caught this one
Yeah.
last week. But what was interesting
Well,
there,
what's the reason? Is it because the buses are too underpowered, or is it just the time too tight, or too?
Bit of every Streatham High Road, this bit here essentially snarls up very easy because obviously it goes from being 2 lanes to 1
Yeah.
and then back to 3 lanes and vice versa. But these evening trips, I mean, these running times, 35 minutes to do Morden, Brixton to Morden.
It's too optimistic.
Well, when the whole route's 20 miles an hour speed limits, you can't do it legally.
Yeah.
You can't. And most of the schedules on that late night on these routes are unachievable legally.
Gosh.
So have they not adjusted the timings ever since they introduced the 20-hour?
A lot of them haven't been done.
Haven't adjusted.
Something seriously needs to look at, I guess. Otherwise, I'm not really just going to plummet.
Thing is, once you know, obviously they're retrofitting ISA to loads of stuff, the intelligent speed assist stuff, which obviously on paper stops the bus going over the speed limit. Half the time it doesn't work. But that's another story. But once you've got more routes with vehicles that can't physically go over 20 miles an hour, then perhaps they'll start seeing, actually.
The ISA is useless.
Well, not even that. It's not.
Maybe they just adjust the times. So
It's the timing's more than anything. Yeah.
118 to Morden.
But even then, to be honest with you, a lot of these routes have had optimistic timings for quite some time, even with 30 mile an hour runs. When traffic light timings are half of it.
Yeah.
Like the traffic light, you can be stuck at some traffic lights for 2 minutes, 3 minutes at a time, and it all adds up.
Get stopped twice.
There's loads of things like that.
Also, what was interesting, last week, the 133, the last one,
Yeah.
pulled in over here and went straight on and down Express Vale.
Alright.
And I wondered whether it was going to pick up as an N133, but it didn't. So
Yeah. Sort of. Yeah, so that's not even the way you run back to Battersea, is it?
No.
You go that way back.
But then also two 133s, both LTs, ran down to Atkins Road again. Whether they were testing for the 59s, I don't know. But that was a
Yeah.
surprise.
I mean, there was until I presume it will end with the service changes, the 45 changes, but there was some 45s that interworked with the N68. So they ran light from Atkins Road to pick up Old Coulston. They ran out of service between Old Coulston and Atkins Road. But I guess that will end with the new timetable, and they'll just run as they'll either come off something else or. I used to see them sometimes down Purley Way running out of service and always think, what's that doing down here? And then I realise, it's come off 45 and runs out of service to Old Coulston.
But I mean, from Atkins, from Morden to Old Coulston, Atkins Road was a reasonable route.
Yeah.
To go via Morden is a heck of a way.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I mean, Atkins Road to Old Coulston's near enough a straight line, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
Straight down the A23, down Purley Way,
Yeah.
and then up Stokes Nest Road.
I think C bus tiles all done for today, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, for about, what, 4 hours time? 3 hours time?
Actually, I think, believe it or not, 2 hours time, just under 2 hours time.
Oh yeah.
The first 45 leaves Morden at 2:20 to 4 in the morning.
This has always been one of those routes, the 118, near enough a 24-hour service without being one.
Yeah.
Indeed.
I think between the first bus leaving the depot and the last one getting back was about an hour and a half. In the region of an hour and a half. There's quite a few routes in that category.
Yeah.
490.
90.
490 starts up really early because of Heathrow.
278 to 3 a.m.
278's near enough a 24-hour service.
Yeah, 75 as well, absolutely. 154 as well.
75 is all, that's a bit of a legacy thing because the 75 used to have a night service.
It has, yes.
Yeah.
And then it got cut back.
When it passed the Metro bus from right.
I think it was earlier than that actually. It was 2007 it got cut back. That was 09 it
It
went.
was one of the early ones.
There's hardly been any night services from outer London routes withdrawn. Really. The only ones I can think of are the 75 106, you got lost its night service. Again, the 106 starts up really early as a result. The 236 used to run at night.
Oh yeah.
236 had a night service, one of the only single deck night services.
Yeah.
That got cut back just before the Olympics, I think, actually.
Wow. So we built quite a legacy here, I guess. And now this driver is trying to completely fast his finger. Okay, he's trying to fast his finger down the road. He's got power.
Otherwise known as trying to get home at a reasonable time.
Yeah, because look how late he is. He's gonna be well late. He wants to go
It'll
home.
probably be about 15 minutes away.
15.
I reckon we'll be at more than 2. Yeah, see, look, we're going more than 20 now.
Yeah, that's
You can on this route, you know, we've spent most of the way going above 20 miles an hour. Like, the running times are just not realistic for driving at the speed limit.
But I didn't notice for the trip before he didn't speed. He only like for the one before he didn't speed even though it was already late.
Last trips are always, you always know when a driver's finishing. Because you notice the speed suddenly a corner's being taken a little bit quicker and a little bit later putting the brakes on. You're like, oh, they're going home.
Yeah, I want to be home with the kids, mate. And I need to rest. It's been a long day. I don't want to go home.
I live on Green Lane.
Oh, right.
And in the old days when the 159 Route
Yeah.
there was quite a different sound to the engines on the road.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially on the return journey.
Yeah. Well, imagine that.
But in terms of general circumstances, were you missed one late as a route?
This is the first time I've been on a 118 for about 8 years.
Fair enough.
So I'll be honest with you, it won't have a massive impact on me. I think personally, they should have just kept the 118 number and run the new route as the 118.
Yes. But
I
just got that forward.
Made no sense in my mind to have to rebadge everything up as the 45. Given that most of the new route was the 118, not the 45.
Yeah,
But
and plus the 118, and if you check the website, the Ian Nelson website, the 118 has actually lasted longer. Was actually
I think
older
it has,
than the 45.
Yeah.
And I think for the stretches it still serves, I think the 118 will be more historic than all this.
There does seem to be this sort of, it's like the 1 and the 168. Most of the new route is actually the 168,
It is.
but obviously they chose the number of the 1.
Because it's for historical reasons, I think.
Yeah.
Isn't it they want to make it the lower number is better because it simplifies things?
I think it depends really, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think here, because it's still being run from Walworth, and so that's why they've done it. Because otherwise they'd have to reline everything, and we get destination lines and everything else.
Yeah.
I mean, they had to be done anyways to include more of these bikes, wouldn't they?
Well, I think most of the 45s buses now have got LEDs.
They have, yeah.
Yeah.
Do we know what where these buses are going to go afterwards?
I mean,
There was talk about going to the 217.
but
They
from
go
what?
to the 250.
No.
Can't be any worse than the current heaps on it.
You might even get some destination lines.
The state of those buses is shocking.
But yeah, and I mean, what's happened to the washers?
Apparently there's been a part missing on it for the last fortnight at Thornton Heath Garage.
Only a fortnight?
Apparently only a fortnight, yeah. Only a fortnight. Which probably means that before that it froze over and they didn't want to use it. Yeah, they are.
But it's also curious, the number of, I mean, I caught one today which came from EC.
Yeah.
Half of them come from Norwood,
Yeah.
which is a big jump.
He's really putting his foot down.
Mind you, they do actually have a garage number on the side, which is more than most buses.
Yeah. Oh, even a little bit of kick down there.
Yeah.
These are always actually quite good runners, I always thought, these ones.
Yes.
60 plates. they were always much faster than a lot of the other batches. I remember when these were at Croydon for all of 6 weeks. The 118 moved. So when Go Ahead won the 152, obviously, and they needed to shift something out of Morden to make room. So this went to Croydon for 6 weeks.
6 weeks and then moved up.
Went to Stockwell when they lost the 333. Why it went to Croydon for only 6 weeks? Well, presumably because they needed somewhere to part them up while Stockwell didn't have the room.
Yeah.
But,
And it's a long way off route, isn't it, actually?
well, Croydon, yeah, it's a fair way off. Certainly less practical than Stockwell.
Stock is only just a mile down the road, isn't it? And it's fairly convenient to get to Morden as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think when it ran from Croydon, they did changeovers at Mitcham, and then they used the ferry bus back to the garage. It's a bit like Transport UK. They do all their changeovers at Mitcham and 201s and stuff. But they travel back on a service bus to Mitcham Junction in the tram. They don't have a ferry vehicle for most of them. Only a few of them do.
Because the plough, they do it all the time.
Yeah, the plough they do.
So yeah, you can. I'll open for you.
Presumably there's a more frequent bus as well between Mitcham Junction and Mitcham, and obviously the garage and the tram's pretty frequent.
It
So
was 127, but
S1 as well.
yeah.
127 and S1 more frequent than the S4 between Bow Lane and
One last time. Come on.
Yeah, but there's nothing down there as well. There's 455 as well. It's not particularly good service.
I do have to laugh, they split the 455 because it was too long a route, and the new S4 is nearly as long as the old 455 was. Although it's got far too much running time on the schedule. They crawl along in the evenings. Absolutely crawl along.
Yeah, nearly 100 years of this.
But it's like the 410,
Yeah.
which originally went up to the Palace.
Yeah.
It's literally 2 a.m. in the morning. Usually at this time I'll be fast asleep.
Yeah, so do I.
Don't pay for by any chance.
I don't. I'm a strong. Have you ever seen the video? Going over that speed bump there, I really noticed. Did you ever see that video that did the rounds on YouTube? And it was of a Hutley garage.
Oh yeah, I've seen it
From
before.
Roehampton back to the garage.
50.
Have you ever seen it?
I've seen it, yes.
Yes. I mean, I'd never condone illegal activity, obviously, because driving at 50 miles an hour.
It's
for an entire
you're
distance
done.
is-
You're gonna be
But
done.
it was quite an entertaining video to watch.
Very much.
Yeah.
I mean, he just did not care.
Yeah.
But what made it so funny was the commentary.
Yeah.
It's the way he's going, oh, a bit faster, oh, we're going to tip the bus. Oh. I don't know how he managed. I'd like to know if he kept his job. Because that video was completely untraceable. There's no way of knowing the time, the date,
The bus, the driver.
the bus. The driver only if you knew their particular voice. Only if you individually knew
Was it his last day anyway?
I
don't know.
I,
No, I don't know about
I mean,
that.
that's always a
It
possibility.
could be that, but you have no other way of tracing it. So you probably knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
Was it filmed from the cab? Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen that.
The video's called Crazy Bus Driver Speeding.
yeah.
And it's got like 1 million views on YouTube.
It was a very long time ago. Yeah.
Oh, we're talking like 2012 or something. Yeah.
When they did proper steam on the net, a long time back now, the word came out that one of the drivers was going to take the Black 5 through Jordan. It certainly stormed up the bank.
Yeah.
But he did point out that he was limited to speed, so he couldn't possibly.
No, of course not. Definitely not possible.
But there were lots of thank yous. Also, a heck of a lot of detonation for the last one we got out.
That's up there.
Yeah. That was what they did it properly in that case.
Here we are, Mitcham.
Yeah.
Mighty Mitcham.
Yeah, and also the last day route to service for the day as well.
The last one?
Last day route.
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
did you say
Yeah, it's only the M44, M133, 264.
Until 4 a.m. in the morning when there'll be the 280s coming down. Enough.
So what really not sort of people was when they
Yeah, December 2005 one was the last one.
yeah, but the last one on each route.
Right, so I'm going to ask you a quick question.
Because that was during the day.
Do you think the end of the world mate is quite special for all of us? In terms of the history, do you think the end of the world mate is quite special for all of you? Because it's lasted for 9 decades, and it's served the people of Switcham and Stretton well. Do you think it's quite special that it's the end?
It's a special day for me. Although I say I live in North London, so I'm in Metroland land, so this area is quite.
Alien to you.
Yeah. I must admit that when I go along these roads, I'm pretty lost.
I get lost when I go north of the river as well.
I guess it's more the number itself. The 118, the number that means something to me because I used to ride the
He's in a
number
hurry to get home now.
in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
But that's very different. That's an express route. That's like the simpler version of here, basically. Yeah. It's got way more passengers.
Yeah.
So it's very like different. Like we're seeing 118 here being cancelled. I mean, it's got a lot of passengers, but it's been cut. It's been cut.
And cut all those. It's hard to say. If cut to extended all the numbers or whatever.
Yeah.
It's
Really,
But I mean, the
to
numbers.
be honest with
here,
you,
but then,
essentially
yeah.
the 118 is renumbered and extended to the old 45 essentially is the one that goes.
True.
By all accounts, it's the 118 that just gets a little bit put on it and the 45 goes.
Yeah.
In all honesty.
It's a bit confusing there, but
It's a bit like, do you remember when they did the Finchley Road changes a few years back?
I was too young at the time. Yeah, 13.
When the 82 got withdrawn, except the 82 still ran in identical form the next morning. It was just numbered 13. And
Yes.
the 13 then became the 139, and the old 139 went. But it was very complicated.
Very complicated. Yeah,
That was all done for purely one reason: why it was delayed and why it was shuffled about.
Is it because someone wanted number 13?
It was because there was a campaign in Golders Green to keep the number 13 bus,
Oh, I live in Golders
and it was during the general election
Yeah.
in 2015. And Finchley and Golders Green was a marginal seat. And obviously Boris was a Tory mayor at the time,
So
in the Tory held seat.
I guess the number means something to the
And
people
it
there.
was keep the 13 bus. And so obviously they did keep the number 13 bus.
They just, yeah.
And it was left to a Labour mayor to do it. Because Sadiq Khan was mayor by the time it went.
Indeed. But yeah, we had no choice but to.
Oh, now we're getting going.
We had the same
Yeah,
thing with the
let's-
130.
Yeah.
I'm also gonna miss this diesel bus. The hybrid buses are
This
electric
might be a bit too
buses.
fast, might be a bit too fast.
I mean, the current 130 is
Completely different. Yeah.
yeah, but actually,
Well, I'm looking at my
much
camera
more
work.
sensitive.
Much better than Jim
Yeah, we're almost here, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I can.
There's some quite handy links that were opened up by that South Norwood and the Morden upturn.
you make your way downstairs. He's taking your visuals. You make your way downstairs and
What's that?
you make your way downstairs so we can get off. So
Oh, let's just wait here. May as well do it all in style at the end. Now this is how every bus ride should be.
The square roundabout.
Yeah, speeding through.
Yeah, yeah.
Of course.
Oh, I didn't realise this bit was still 30. I know St Helier Avenue's gone from being 40 down to 30.
Yes, but it is 30.
Yeah. I think it's one of the only bits of 30 road in Morden now.
Yeah.
Merton's nearly all 20.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
well,
been-
Because that's 30. This is still 30, I think.
Kingston Road is 30 again.
Kingston Road's 30, isn't it still?
No, not still. Again.
Oh, was it 30 before then?
It dropped from 40 to 20.
That's the latest.
Completely mad.
I didn't realise
And then
that.
they put it back up to 30.
Last time I drove down there was
That's
in
nice.
October.
Love that.
And it was 30 then.
Yeah. No, it was about 2 years ago.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's mad.
Yeah.
I hardly ever drive, you see,
But-
but last time I drove down there, it was in October, and that's 30 now.
But of course they did the same thing and still kept it at some Park Lane.
They went from 40 to 20. To be honest with you, I don't think that was horrendous, actually. You can never go much
Yeah,
above.
118. Yeah.
It should have been
This
30.
time, right?
Yeah, 30 was ideal, really.
Which is when I was doing it, so it's amazing.
Yeah.
But it was always quirky because it was 40 southbound, so it took
30.
northbound.
Yeah.
Okay.
Service of the night.
Okay. I'll meet you downstairs. Okay, Tom. Please, Matthew.
118! 118! 118! 118! 118! 118! 118! 118! 118! 118!
Hey, yo, you need to chill the fuck out, you know. 2 o'clock in the morning, man. Big man signal, not too loud.
The car park underneath Hyde Park
About 118, 118,
has
bro.
actually
It's
still
just a
got
bus,
a
man.
keep
Chill out.
left sign.
Did you really?
I mean, it literally says keep left on a iron plate.
Oh, nice.
Yes, it's brilliant.
Oh, right. The end of the road is here. Doesn't sound dramatic.
That's it.
Now we'll have to wait for 133.
Finally,
Inward.
yeah, it's done now. That's it. No more. That's the last service. Yeah, that's good. I've got the 8%. See that you carry.
Like the way he was like, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. It was like he was in a house and people were trying to sleep. That's what it reminded me of. So I think he's got the
Yeah. Made it. Go. Made it.
Yeah, after 93 years. 93 years. We have to be quiet now because residents.
We're going to get kicked out and then he's just going to curtail with the last stop.
Yeah,
The
historic moment.
One stop short.
93 years.
This bus terminates here.
This bus terminates here. Awesome.
No, but come on. Come on, Joe.
What?
I think he's trying to keep. There is no way he's letting everyone on. Bro, if he's on CCTV, he's cooked. Oh my days. Did you not get it?
What, are they all begging to stay on? Why are they all begging to stay on?
You can't take you, man.
It shouldn't be the maximum 5 people.
Yeah, because if they check CCTV, he's cooked.
Let me just put it like this. Where's everyone's driver credentials? Where's your TFO passes? Where's your TFO passes? Yeah, but where's everyone's staff credentials? Trump off that, Trump off. Right, you gotta get that finish outside, bro. Yeah. He's upstairs.
Alright.
If you want to add me, it's Morden_3628.
Sorry?
Yeah, but no one was talking to you. You just started in the conversation.
Sorry.
Yeah. Don't shit, you knew what you were doing.
Empty between here and stop. People are trying to negotiate light runs to stop there.
Come on, that's not fair. I mean, just don't do it. Just do it. That's not fair on the driver. Yeah.
What are we arguing?
Let him to come off. I jumped.
Finished.
Let him go home, man. Oh my god. Wait, what's going on?
They want a dead run to stop well. Easy way to get a dead run to stop well. Don't become the bus driver for going in London.
Yeah, absolutely.
How we doing? I didn't recognise you, man. It's been a long day. It's 2 a.m. It's 2 a.m. No, it's like nearly 3 a.m. now, isn't it? Oh. Okay, guys. Thank you very much.
When we get everybody all your staff passes.
AJ! AJ! A little bit.
Wrong.
They've already numbered up the 45 up there. Well, that's your timetable.
How did he do? Oh, they're all getting a dead one. Yeah, that's the spot there. Yeah, that's the spot.
You just say that to try and get yourself out of any trouble.
There's always 2 sides to something.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is. I've no idea. Some GM. I don't know. They look like they're on job though.
Yeah.
Could be a gang member.
Could be.
I mean, they did a gang. They did a gang.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I didn't want to mess with them, bro. Trouble us. Try to finesse us, you know, like that.
They won't do that.
I'm scared, bro, of them, man.
Of them, yeah.
That guy looks serious.
So we can get the N155.
Bob was like, oh, I can't. This one I'm dragging it.
Yeah.
Come on, it was the last night.
No, you wouldn't get that, bro.